Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station today. I'm going to be talking about people who have lost their passport because they owe IRS tax debt, and I'll tell you what to do. I have worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. I've been doing this for 50 years. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I just shoot these videos at home. My office actually is across the street if you want to see me in a nice suit and tie. I've been on many national major news broadcasts. You can see me at 777irs.com. I am a national figure in IRS resolution. I have a huge Facebook following of professionals, and I've been a speaker all across the country. Anyway, thank you for listening. I do these videos for 3 reasons. So you do not get ripped off. I tell you what you need to know educationally, so you kind of get the truth. I try to give you insider information from a former agent that you're not going to get from somebody else. About 8 years ago, I'm guessing, I don't know how long, IRS passed what's called, or the government passed what's called the FAST Act. Don't know what it stood for, but it was a real fast act for taxpayers, because what they didn't realize that IRS decided to develop a program where if you owe over, at that time it was $52,000, today it's $59,000. They adjust it because of inflation. That what they will do, they send a notice to the State Department that you cannot go ahead and, or that you have serious tax debt. I don't think $59,000 is serious tax debt, but they made it so they send you a 508C letter. They send you a federal tax lien, and then they notify the State Department. So it's kind of crushing when you owe this $59,000. You have a lien on it, whether you know it or not. So what they do is the State Department notifies you that your passport has been suspended, revoked, or they're not going to give you a new passport as a result of that. But you know what? We can get your passport back really pretty quick if we need to go ahead and do that. It usually takes about 6 weeks. So if you have imminent travel plans, you're going to have to wait at least 6 weeks. Let me tell you the process. So generally, if we're working the case, we get a power of attorney. IRS cannot contact you, or they can't call you. And then at the end of the day, we negotiate with them one of 3 programs. So we take your financial statement that's required to give IRS. We look at some things, maybe change some things if we, in fact, we can legally. And then what we do, we call IRS and we either get you into a currently non-collectible program, a payment agreement program, or we can file an offer and compromise to settle your tax debt if we can. And those 3 programs, when IRS closes those cases, which we ask them to do immediately, they will then notify the State Department to go ahead and release your passport, and then you'll get a letter from the State Department saying so. So this is something that you have to, if you want to fly again, if you want your passport, you're going to have to act fairly fast. Don't get ripped off by people saying, oh, we can get it back this way and that way. There's a process. I worked at IRS. I'm telling you the process. You've got to submit those financial statements, IRS's financial statements that IRS has to approve, and then they will put you in one of those 3 programs. So more than likely, people get put in currently non-collectible programs or payment agreements. The offer and compromise, if you qualify for it, will certainly put you in one to settle your tax debt for pennies on a dollar. I used to teach the offer and compromise program. Sorry, I'm an expert in the IRS National Standards Program. So is Peter Salinger on my team. He's worked over 2,500 offers and compromise. So yeah, between the 2 of us, we know exactly what we're doing. So if your passport, if you got that letter, remember, you got to take care of the lien. You want to give a financial statement to IRS if you're going to do this on yourself. And then you have to ask them to go ahead and try to accelerate this. But the key is the financial statement. If you don't know what they're looking for, that's when, in fact, you get screwed. Anyway, thank you for listening. You're welcome to call me. Welcome. We can work your case if you want. Give me a subscription. We're really good at what we do. We got a big team of former IRS agents. Thank you very much. Don't forget the subscription.